Thank you so much for tuning into the Frank Dude 72 channel once again. But as you know, I'm Frank Dude 72, and this is another one of those stages that we're just starting out to do, trying to figure out, you know, what's a good stage that you get a competition feel, but at the same time you're learning skills. This one's going to be very much like that first one I did with the Glock. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. But today we've got an Uzi 9mm. This specifically is a Mini Uzi. As you can see, it's certainly not stock in any way. I'll go over all the other stuff, all the fun stuff I did to mod it after the action footage. But I mean, for now, all you need to know is, yes, there's a red dot about 3-inch offset from the barrel, and that's what I was looking through the entire stage. So without further ado, let's get on to shooting.
Shooter online.
Shooter online.
Load, make, ready.
Let's check. Weapon is ready.
Stand by. Beep.
Come on. All right. Well, my point shooting with an Uzi sucks. Did that hit?
I can't tell. Hit.
Oh, there's only 2 left. Well, that was sure a lot more positive that time. Done.
Nice.
208.95.
Did you see all that? My butt looks huge on camera. Gargantuan. But the more important part of this whole thing is the stage and the guns and everything. So, of course, we were using pimped out Mini Uzi for this stage, where it was kind of a self-defense skills stage and kind of the first of its kind. We'll work on some stuff, but you saw, yes, I had with this straight grip and this hard trigger and just not as much practice as I need. I had a lot of trouble doing the point shoot before I moved to the aim stage with the red dot, and even then I really didn't feel like I got into my groove until the 3rd run through, running back and forth. So, but anyway, these stages are just to try to get some class skills, but also have the pressure of the time clock and all that happy stuff. But like I said, I would go over all the happy, fun, pimped out, rockin' stuff on this. I'm going to go through it in a lot more detail after some more shooting and another video to where I really get a feel where I can give it to you. But since I got it here and you've been kind enough to stay for this long in the video, let's go over real quick. CamoForm and Desert Digital over to ITC Rail Rest IMI issued sling connected to the factory loop here, as well as paracord on this, on the ITC cheek rest, keeping it in place, keeping it from sliding around. We have going, and this factory IMI sling goes right to here where I've cut a loop into the foregrip, because this little loop, the sling kept flying in front of the muzzle. I'm like, I'm gonna shoot my sling one day. But anyway, moving right along. Yeah, the both grips, foregrip and pistol grip, are actually from US barrel shrouds. They're not the factory originals. Part of it was, I was like, well, if I'm gonna paint and drill, why do the originals if I can do a copy? So anyway, yeah, I'll go into my thoughts on those in a future video. So besides that, we've got Surefire X300, the original 170 lumens with a Unity Tactical button shroud to prevent light ADs, and that's mounted on a TDI Arms Uzi mount in the universal type of mount. Moving right along, factory trigger, factory knob, factory top cover. But once we get to the front sight, this is a Brügger and Thomet Uzi mount, and the front sight itself is in fact part of the mount where you screw that down to secure it. I believe that's completely discontinued, but just so you know. That we have a primary arms, which is basically a Hollow Sun T1 knockoff or T1 compatible cheap aimpoint T1, which so far has worked pretty good, like it has for a lot of people. And that's on the factory mount screwed in. Moving right along, what else we got? We got this Advanced Armament Company 3-prong flash hider, and I've checked it a dozen times, but it always makes people on camera happy when you double check to make sure something's unloaded. Okay, and this is a BWE 3-lug barrel. It's like the HK 3-lugs, and this one is machined from a billet. It's not screwed on to an attachment. And I got it marked, so yeah, it just pops right on, just like any 3-lug thing. Other than that, yeah, I think I covered every little deal. Oh, of course, Desert Digital Camo by Moi with some just Home Depot Rust-Oleum paint. Yeah, that's about all the pimped out stuff we got going on with this Uzi here. All these things I'm talking about, links are in the doobly-doo, and since I'm not actually selling a gun, hopefully YouTube doesn't flag me. So, more or less, I'm going to keep trying to do these kind of shooting drills. I'm going to get them better. I'm going to get a set we can run multiple guns through, which are kind of like a class, the skills you would learn in a class. Some of the stuff you just can't do in a competition where it's general admission and you have to watch out for everybody. But at the same time, we've got the pressure of a time clock, we have the pressure of completing a stage, and we'll just run it through. But if you guys have any comments or anything you want to specifically see, well, like, comment, subscribe, fill my comment section up with all kinds of stuff. Share this with your friends. Hopefully this is going to get much better and much cooler as we go on. That's certainly my goal. But yeah, so that's kind of it for now. So until I get a catchphrase of my own, a tagline or whatever, I'm just going to do one of the ending thing for one of my favorite YouTube channels, which is Artifexian, where he basically goes just, "Thank you so much for watching. Frank out."